Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to talk about if you had a hard childhood, you deserve to have a soft life. This just came to me while I was just making my other video before this one, and I was just making just like a clothing haul video. Lately, I have really been like tapping in into like my childhood and like just doing things that brought me joy as a child. So I've been watching a lot of Disney movies. I just watched Cheetah Girls the other day, and I was watching 13 Going on 30, and I watched like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Smart House, and just like all of my childhood, like all these movies that remind me of my childhood. And I've been doing puzzles. Like I've just like really been connecting with my inner child, and I feel just so much safer in myself. And I did not always feel safe in myself. I struggled with anxiety a lot since before I even was able to put a word on what I was feeling. I would just call it a bad feeling. And I just knew I had all these feelings inside of me that didn't feel good. And this last decade, just like all of my 20s, you know, it was a lot of hard lessons and a lot of hustling, a lot of grinding, a lot of surviving. And I finally feel like now I'm not like hustling and like just trying to like just like on this hamster wheel of like trying to chase. And I don't want to say I grew up with like a hard childhood, but it could have been better. Like my parents didn't have that much money, and you know, just I don't want to say normal because I don't know if it's normal, but like I don't even know how to organize this video, but I'm just gonna speak from my heart and say what is like on my heart, because this just came to me, like I said, and I was prompted to make this video. I finally feel safe enough to just like, I don't know, I just feel safe. I was just making my video and I was like listening to the Cheetah Girls album and like listening to just like all these like very like nostalgic songs, and like another song from like an old chick flick movie. And I just felt like so much like you know, I felt like the child inside of me feels happy and safe. And it took me so long to get to this place. Like you just have no idea. And like I am just so grateful to be able to like be where I'm at right now. I'm like, the space that I'm in right now is what people like, this is what people strive for, and I have it now. And it's so like, it's priceless. Like peace is priceless. Feeling like content is priceless, and just like being happy with where you're at in the moment. Obviously, like we always have goals and we're always striving for more, but to just feel safe enough to be okay with where you're at in this moment is like, oh my God. Like I just had, like I said, I just had to stop and like just really be grateful that I finally feel safe. I finally feel like, you know, and like I just think about other women like myself that may have endured trauma, whether it was through relationships, familial trauma, like whatever type of trauma, and then how you can get stuck in that trauma and you stay stuck in that cycle of like trauma. And I have worked really hard to like break that cycle of like trauma and like just all those same like lessons that I was going through. And it's not to say that like my life is just so perfect and nothing goes wrong and I'm healed for good, because no, that's not the case. But like all of that like trauma and baggage that I was experiencing from daddy issues, like poverty, like I feel like I have finally shifted my mindset to like I've evolved out of that. And I feel like if you had a hard childhood, like the best thing you can give yourself is a soft life right now. And I know that is such a buzzword, but when I say soft life, I mean a life where you feel safe and you feel content, as safe as you can feel in this crazy world. but like where internally, like where you feel like you have so much faith in God that you feel safe within yourself. And feeling safe meaning that you don't carry those same burdens that you've carried since you were a little girl. And it's like I had to realize that I'm no longer that 16-year-old girl, because for so long like I was stuck in like just like that hustle mode. And mind you, I have a husband, and I have a husband that takes great care of me, but I was still in that mode. And something like finally clicked, like especially like when I was like in New York, like trying to make it, trying to do all this stuff. And like I just had to realize like I'm not that 16-year-old girl that needs to get a job because she just wants to buy this stuff and take care of herself. I also understand that this may not be everyone's like reality, where you have someone that's taking care of you. You may have to pay your own bills. But the peace that I found, I did not always have this. As you can see, I've been married for all this time, and I still, even though I've been taken care of this entire time, I still didn't feel the peace that I feel now. So it has nothing to do with me being provided for and having a husband that takes care of me, because even when I did have that, I still felt unsafe. So I share that to say that it's not an excuse that if you do have to pay your own bills, you can still find peace within yourself and still give yourself a soft life. Because as you can see, you can be married and still not be content. You can be fully taken care of and still not feel safe. Like that is something you have to give yourself. So it's like it doesn't matter your circumstance, whether you live at home with your parents, you live on your own, you have a partner, like whatever your circumstance is, you can feel safe now in your body. And I feel like that is like the greatest gift that as women we can give ourselves, is to feel safe in our body and to make our body a home that we are proud to be in. Because oh my God, like I just cannot even explain to you guys the amount of like fear and anxiety that I have experienced and I've had to work through. And to now be on the other side of that, obviously I still do have some fears, but where I came from is like a complete 180. And I just have so much gratitude for being where I'm at. And if you are going through a hard time right now and you are just filled with so much fear, so much anxiety, so much uncertainty, I want you to know that it gets better. It does get better, but you have to do the work. You have to do the work. You have to break the cycles, because it's like we have to be the change that we want to see. Nobody can do it for you. Nobody can do the work. When I first got married, I thought that was going to be like the answers to all my problems and everything would just be so perfect. And it was quite literally the opposite. It literally made me look at myself and just, I had to heal myself from the inside out. And I'm just so grateful that I never gave up. And I'm so grateful that I did not take the path of like just becoming very bitter and angry because of the experiences that I was having. But it made me go deeper within myself and say, what do I need to do to no longer have this experience? We as women, we deserve the best. We deserve the best, the best, the best. And I had to realize that I couldn't have the best until I really felt like I believe I was worthy of the best. And it's been a journey. And I just encourage you to just like tap back into your inner child and like do things that bring you joy. Watch that movie, watch that cartoon. You know, like whatever it looks like, go to the jungle gym, the playground, like go buy a Barbie, like whatever it is, it's like go tap back into that. Like that little girl inside you needs you, and you need to like nourish her. And in turn, you will experience like so much. You will benefit so much from nurturing that little girl inside of you. I was just wearing this dress, and I was wearing this pink dress. I went to brunch with my friend, And then this girl came up, this girl, I was walking by and she's like, hi, pretty girl. Like how you would say to like a kid. And like, it's so crazy. Like in that moment, it just made me think like, you know, it's like something like, I don't know, like obviously I'm a grown woman, but like when she said that to me, I feel like she was like talking to a little girl, and like, I don't even know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but like, I just feel like I've really, really been like tapping more into my inner child and like really just like healing it. And like, and even when I say that, all I mean by that is like, I've just been doing things that I enjoyed doing as a child. And, you know, like, just connecting more with that like childlike part of myself. But when that woman said that to me, like, it just, I don't know, like I don't even know how to explain. Like I said, it's like she was like talking to a little girl, like this little girl in this pink dress. And I seen this TikTok video where the woman was like, a woman is like on a healing journey when she like starts wearing pink or like something like that. And it's just so crazy because like I had started wearing pink last year, and like now I've like gone like full force into the pink, and like I just like feel it. Like I just feel like the little girl inside of me like finally feels safe. And that is so important, to just do those things that you enjoyed doing as a kid, and like really connecting with that. And like I feel like I had to grow up so fast. I had to worry about money at such an early age, and I just had to worry about like all these adult things. And then it's like now I finally feel like I get to take that, like that I don't know if it's a mask, like I get to take off that weight from myself of just like not having to worry. Because regardless, worry is a choice. It is a choice, and we don't have to do it. Even we all have problems, but worrying is truly, truly, truly a choice. And I don't want to sound insensitive, because I am very I understand that people have different circumstances, and it may seem like you don't have another choice, but you always have a choice. But I hope that you know you give yourself a soft life. And it may not look like all these glamorous things that we see on social media, but for me, a soft life is taking care of myself, putting good foods into my body, being able to feel safe. Like that is truly, truly a soft life, is being able to feel safe in your body. I just hope that you know it gets better and you can have a soft life. You deserve that. Especially, like I said, us women that had to grow up fast and worry about adult things at such a young age. Like, start back connecting with yourself every single day. Do something small for yourself. And I hope it gets better for you. I know it will get better for you. Well, I love you, and I hope this video brought you some peace, some comfort, just whatever it is that you need in this moment. And I will see you in my next video.